Good morning, everyone. We're going to look at 6.1, standard normal distribution. What is a standard normal? There are two words, standard, normal. Standard means mu equals 0, sigma equals 1. Mu is the mean. Mean equals 0. And standard deviation, I'm going to use STD, equal to 1. That is the meaning of standard distribution. What is a normal? Normal means the graph is normal, is bell-shaped graph. Okay. So if you look at this picture, this is bell-shaped. And not only bell-shaped, well, this is a bell-shaped too, or this is bell-shaped too, but has to be symmetric, bell-shaped and symmetric. That is called normal distribution. So normal has, always remember, normal has two things. What is it? Bell-shaped. Bell-shaped. Not this kind of bell-shaped, not this kind of bell-shaped. Right in the middle, bell shape. So this means it's symmetric. When you cut in the middle, they look, what we call congruent. Okay, that's normal distribution. Standard normal distribution. Standard, well, I'm gonna go over here. So there is standard normal means mean in the middle is 0. Okay, and then mean is 0, and then standard deviation is 1. That is meaning of standard distribution. Now, textbook says here is one concept called uniform distribution. Now, if I say this is the income of the people in Monterey Park. Okay, so in the right here, say if this is mu is say $70,000. So half the people make less than 70, and the other half of people make more than 70. So people making now the area under the curve. Curve is always 1.0. So the people making very small amount of money may, starting maybe 30,000 to this is 30,000, this is 40,000. Is very, relatively very small percentage because everything is 1. 1 means 100%. But what is uniform distribution? Uniform distribution is, say this is 30,000. Say this is maybe 100,000. That means there are not much poor people. They are all equal. So from 30 to 40,000 is same as if this is 40,000. The percentage of 30 to 40,000 is percentage of 90,000 to 100,000. Okay, so there are over here in the first one there are very percentage of small poor people are very small. The percentage of poor people is same as percentage of middle people. They're all the same. Everybody, the percentage of making money is all the same. Okay. Over here, the biggest amount of people making is maybe 60 to 80,000. So this percentage is way more than 30 to 40,000. This kind of percentage, this kind of probability is uniform distribution. Uniform. So uniform is like straight line. Okay. Now, let's go back to standard normal. That's what we are interested in. So to learn standard distribution, you need to know the z-score. z-score is how many units from the mean. In other words, mean is 0. Because we like to do this is standard normal distribution. Okay. So if a z-score, this mu equals 0 means this z-score is 0. This z-score is maybe 2. This z-score is 1. To the left, this z-score is -1. This z-score is -2, like this. Okay, that's the z-score. Now, we like to find the area to the left of z-score. To the left of z-score. This is in between lower and upper, in between two numbers. In between two z-score. Okay, so we like to find all these today. Okay, usually when you round the z-score, we use 2 decimal, up to 2 decimal. In other words, z-score is 2.36, 49. If that's what your calculator gives you, you round to 2 decimal. So that would be 2.36. Whereas z-score is 2.36749, like this, then your z-score will be what? 2.37. Because you round. The 6 becomes 7. This 6 stay put because of number 4. Now, by bone density test. Now, bone density is very important because that will result in osteoporosis if you have low bone density. Okay, so now they look at the picture. This is bone density distribution. Okay, now so they want you to find out if your bone density, if z-score is 0, then you are right in the middle. So they like to find what is the area between 1.27 all the way to the end. Now, it goes all the way, it doesn't touch it, just go all the way, it just really gets closer and closer. So we look at this number as -999,999, 6 nines. Okay? So to find this probability, or answer is 0.8980, they use this one from the table. So this is, left of z equal 1.27. So this is 1 point, so z-score here. 1.2, you got one more decimal, 7. So you go to the right, come down, 0.8980. That's how they get 0.8980. But since we have a technology calculator, we're going to use calculator, okay? If you use this calculator, so bone density, now left of that here is this. This is how you do it. Clear everything. Okay, so you go to second vars, okay? And then you do normal CDF, and you have to write the smallest number. In this case, smallest number is -99999. The left number, -99999. And then comma, and then the right number is 1.27, close parenthesis, and hit enter, and you're gonna look at point what? 89 here. What number do you see? 0.897957, all the number. And remember, well, they have how many decimal they have? they have 4 decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 decimal. So this number is 5. So this number becomes 0. Then this same becomes 8. So we're going to get 8980. Okay. So that's how you're going to get from the calculator. So let's see if they have another practice here. How about they want you to find bone density between -1 and +1. Okay, so doing the same bone to find above -1. Okay, so in other words, what they want you to do here is, let me just get this one out first. So they want you to have, come on, just want to have, they don't want to give you that. Okay, here. So in other words, they want to have a bone density above -1. So, like a normal distribution. In the middle is 0, so -1 should be on the left. So they want you to find -1 above -1, all the way to the right. Remember, all the way to the left was what? -999,999. So all the way to the right is +999,999. Okay? So we like to find this area. So get the calculator out. Okay. So you do, I'm going to clear that. So you do second bars, okay? And normal CDF. Always small number first. -1. Comma. Big number. All the way to the right. 999,999. So that area is 0.8413. 0.8413447. So just like the last time, when I take 4 numbers, it is 0.8413. Okay, so that's how they got that. Okay, now next one, same thing, between -1 and -2.5. Okay, so here again, so -1 to -2.5, they're both negative. So if I call this -2.5, then this must be -1, because this is 0. So we like to find this area. Okay, we say probability of Z is between -2.50 to -1. That's what that means. So take the calculator out. I'm going to clear that. So second bars, normal CDF. Don't use PDF, use CDF. So small one is -2.5, comma, -1. Close parenthesis. You're going to get point, this area is what? 0.15244. If you round to 4 decimal, it is 0.1524. So you have 0.1524. Well, there is a slight, this number is better number because we use calculator. This one is rounded, but you know, something just maybe slight different, but in the test it will be this number in percent will be 15.24%. Okay, should be to 4%. Okay? So now, here, find P95, 95th percentile. What does 95th percentile means? 95th percentile means so P95, what is the meaning of that? 95% is below you. So 95%, everything is 100%. So this may be P95 because this area is 95%. Then this area is 5%. Okay? And so this point is P95. So how to find the z-score? So what is z-score? Okay? So we go opposite. We use what we call inverse norm. It's in your calculator. Take the calculator out. Second bars. This is inverse norm number 3. Okay. So all you have to do is put 0.95. So it is 1.645. You see, inverse norm 0.95. When you hit enter, you get 1.64485 like this. So I don't know how many decimal they want. They want 3 decimal. So this number is 8 already. So it should be 1.645. As you can see, 1.645. Okay. Now, let's get next one. Using same bone density, find the bone density test code separates bottom 2.5% and find top 2.5%. So what is the meaning of this question? Bottom 25 and top 25. So meaning of this question is here. You have, this is 2.5%. This is 2.5%. That's what it means, bottom 2 point. This is bottom 2.5%. This is top 2.5%. Okay, so what is the z-score? That is the question. What is the z-score? That is the question. So to find this bottom 2.5, all you have to do is inverse norm, just like we did in the previous example, 0.025. You got to change this to decimal. So if you do that, second vars, remember vars, go to inverse norm number 3 and then 0.025. Then you're going to get negative 1.9599 like this. So if you write 3 decimal, it's going to be negative 1.960. Okay, so if you look at this one, negative 1.96. Now, whereas the top 2.5 is positive 1.96. Why? Because they are symmetric. So if you try inverse norm, this time you cannot try 0.025. This time you have to try 0.975. Why is that? Because all the areas, okay, the area, this is all the area to the left of, all this area. What is this area? That area is 1 minus 0.025, because this area is 0.025. This area is 0.025. So 1 minus 0.025 is 0.975. This here is 0.975. So you have to enter that number, 0.975, okay? Inverse norm 0.975. So if I try that, second bars, go to number 3, 0.975. Then you're going to get 1.9599. You're going to get 1.96. Okay? So that's how to find the z-score. Right? Now critical value. What is critical value? Critical value is z of alpha. Okay? This alpha is area to the right. In other words, if I say z 0.05, that means this area is 0.05. In other words, 5%. Then this point is called z 0.05. Okay? If I say z 0.8, then this is this point will be z 0.5 because exactly half. So this is 80%. This is 80%. So it should be somewhere around here. Z 0.8. Okay? Because everything here is 80%. This is 80%. 80%. That's why we call this z.8. Okay? So now, let's look at, see here, z alpha denotes the z-score with the area alpha to the right. Just like 0.05, so area is to the right is 0.05, which is 5%. Okay? So let's look at this. Find the value of this. Okay? Find z 0.025. So area is, this means 2.5%. Okay? So we have this is 2.5% or 0.025. So this point is called z 0.025. Okay? So to find this, you have to, this area, again, What is this area? Huh? What is this area? This area is 1 minus 0.025, so it is 0.975. So to find this, you have to put what? Inverse norm 0.975. So not 0.025, you have to change to 0.975, okay, by subtracting 1 minus 0.025. So I'm going to clear everything. Second bars, go to number 3, 0.975. So that is 1.95. Now we did that already. So this is 1.96. Okay, 1.96. Okay. All right, this is the end of it. You should go try and quiz. Okay, quiz 6.1. Thank you.